We used automation, technology-based forecasting, and digitalization. The prediction for the future purpose and the utility, of course. The technology is we need to motivate to use it. The people are used for the advancement and the daily life improvement using this technological utility of these technological devices or gadgets. The current business market has witnessed the growth in health and home improvement categories as the consumer have become a much more health aware during this pandemic and also looking for a reason to celebrate and spend after a tough stage of 1 year. The last 1 year that has been categorically has been very difficult for the people, and this time is utilized very much by those people who are use those automation technology based advancement, and these are based on digitalization and need to motivate the people to use it. The business that have invested in creating those new efficiencies due to the crisis that are more efficient, more utilized way than before because of the technology and data transparency. All this achievement, or we can say the use of the technology, is because of the data transparency that is a majority, the vast application during this pandemic era, and this forecasting, the prediction, and those analysis based on those prediction can be fulfilled, can be become a truth because the technology used behind it. And the key role during the pandemic that the technology is play, it's a challenge that would ensure to the fresh product always available to the customers, and the application and the analytics that have been played a big role in the business continuity. When the other brand in this category were grappling with this crisis, the role has been held to grow the businesses during this phase also. That the innovation on the alternative business models for the suppliers and the supply chain for the raw material and the logistic department that become a pain point of the crisis for for any industry that is hampered by this pandemic, that is generate a problem for this pandemic, and these revenues and the reputation during a crisis through the tasteless business continuity plan not only help those minimize the financial impact of the disruption but also loss in revenue, the damage to the assets and the regulatory fines, but also help to companies to increase their competency and confidence during the event. And the innovation of those alternative business model for the many suppliers, that the pandemic has brought many changes in the way we operate. We generate those network in the distribution sector. We can strengthen the distribution network in the pandemic. We can assume that we can change it. We have to believe in these innovative ideas. We have made those beliefs in innovative ideas that it can create the changes in the business model, the alternative business. It can create the alternate business models and has certainly brought many changes. And initially, the pandemic just a bit of confusion for everyone when it is initially declared, but the core values to support and the customers and quickly ramp those abilities to, to use this, how this heavy technology adaptation, and it's added to the resilience, the entire supply chain without any disruption. That's the important, that it does not hamper or has not triggered any issues during this pandemic. It's uninterrupted as usual because its alternative model has been generated, the alternative business model has been evolved, and that's operated and strengthening the distribution network. To continue, the entire command center has become a virtual, and the technology has helped to scale up those businesses. It has taught to be extremely resilient, and the technology with a clear vision, the mind, how to adopt those things and how to implement those ideas in this tough situation, in these critical situations, and that had helped have it clear how this operational without that disruption in the chain, and we are growing, and it is possible because that the technology relies and there's a reliance on this technology and the agile framework and the dynamic and utility help way to adopt it quickly. That's an agile framework, we can say. That's a framework that is adopted very quickly. That's a name suggests it is a nature, and that's the crisis seems to get cemented and stronger, and the the post-crisis biology, the technology and new approaches have a very crucial role. And so the approach to investing several characteristics and new approaches that involved in this industry, the company management and accessing the ability to create the new business model, the new business idea, the thought process that is involved in these businesses during the pandemic that will drive the future prospect. That the way the future industry will grow, and its uninterrupted way that we expect and adopt it, those technology, the clear vision. It is possible, it is growing, and it is possible because we rely on technology in a dynamic way. That's a very, very important thing or scenario. The companies are now investing in those digital innovation platforms, that is a digital innovative way that enable the customers to keep their life goal on track irrespective of where they are initially, and how to they are think that how to change those model business ideas into this critical time and to be integrated into the transforming world. And the concern of the priorities, how this economic instability penetrates those Indian and global market, and supporting those remote working areas using those cost efficient method to decreasing those capital expenditure and take investment that will happen across the board to make those businesses more efficient. Customers have more empower to purchase and service their policies. The pandemic has fast-tracked the digitalization across the industry and meeting the changing demand of the customers, and companies are investing in digital innovation that enable the customer to keep their life goals on track irrespective of where they are actually. The business and the challenges in the time with digital offering, and we engage with the people or the audience how to interact with these people, the customers, to maintain this business growth, and the application with this cloud platform with a strategy that the data center and cloud technology in the hybrid data model is drastically changed for the businesses, and these advanced technology intervention have made the way for newer, more flexible strategies that need to mitigate the challenges for the lower cost and flexible ideas, and that will trigger the future business to run in this critical time. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.